I'd have lost all my chips. So thank you for saving me. I don't think I could have folded a full house there.
Looking at the chips on this table, Elise Muller now with 8,000. That's twice what she had one hand ago. And a big spread. You can see Rubinstein there, the poker goth, in a bit of trouble as well.
Yeah, Shelley Rubinstein down in 7th place. She's a former final tableist in this tournament, and well, I'd expect her to be doing slightly better than sat on 3,200 chips right now.
And this tournament will be in a bit of limbo, Roy, until we lose, oh, I'd say 10, 15 players and the tables consolidate. People start to smell the money.
I know.
Right now, Elise Muller, she's been the action on this table so far and given it with the kings.
Plus.
Doesn't look like a huge stack for
Raise
Louise Duffy, but
800.
she's thick with green around the middle stages of her stack, and she's got about 6,500. 3 has become 800. Every hand Jaqui looks down at, she knows it's either all or nothing. This is all, perhaps. What do you think?
Well, when she won this last year, she got to the final table, short stacked.
Raised all in.
And she did that. What she's doing right now, pushed her chips in with big hand after big hand after big hand, and come out smelling her roses.
It was a good aggressive decision, Roy, and she won't be too upset to find herself in the straight race.
Of course not, marginal underdog, but she couldn't ask for any more.
King, queen, pocket fours.
King or queen, or the defending champion. Really in the corner pocket. There's one. Duffy needs a 4 to make it loverly. It's opened up the back door.
Absolutely, a 6 will do.
No!
Unlucky, Jack.
The quattro on the end. And poor Jaqui Meacham, Roy, that's what didn't happen to her last year, the disastrous fate on the river. Former pool champion out the door.
I was ahead at the start of the hand, but not very much, you know.
Just knew it was coming, didn't you?
Louise Duffy saying, I always knew it was coming. Looking at that hand one more time. The straight race, Roy, but once the king comes on the flop for Jaqui Meacham, you gotta figure she's back in touch. Not the river, however.
Well, Louise Duffy did have 6 casts to hit there on the end. Any of the 2 remaining 4s or a 6, and it was a 4 indeed to send the defending champion back home to North London.
Gutted. I haven't had a hand all day, and I finally just pushed the rest of my chips in with King Queen, which is the best hand I've seen all day. And I hit a king on the flop against pocket 4s, and she hits a 4 on the river. So a little bit, feeling a bit sick. Would have had a chance to maybe get back in it, but now I'm out.
New player on the TV table, Roy, it's Lizzie Cundy. She's a TV presenter, presents Wax World, I think it is, and she's a wife of a former Premiership football player, Jason Cundy.
Yeah, so it could be Wags World.
Excuse me.
It's an English expression.
Pass.
Cat girl with the queen jack.
Pass.
She's had a rough run. She's dumped about half her stack off, Roy, and no surprise to find that she wants to just knuckle it up a little bit.
Raise. 2,000. To 1,000. Pass.
Roy, one thing about Bronwyn, if she's going to play a pot, she's going to play it aggressively and in position, which is what she's doing here with the 8s.
Well, as you said, tight and aggressive.
So you put your leg up on the table.
That's it.
Get a hand.
Woo.
Raise. 800.
Oh, we're seeing some big hands now, aren't we?
Tina's going to be decision time here if Bronwyn sticks the re-raise in. how many options does Bronwyn have? Roy, with these many players to act behind Bronwyn, is calling a good or a worse option?
Re-raise.
No, she's going to re-raise.
1800s.
Pocket pair behind Bronwyn, which is Lizzie Cundy.
Pass.
This is a big bet.
Pass. Pass.
700 became
Pass. Pass.
17.
15 equally.
50, excuse me, 22 total.
Pass. 1200s.
Or in fact, 19 is
Call.
what it became.
Oh dear.
And what do you think Tina's up to here?
This could be an attempt to the stop and go.
Triples.
Bet the flop regardless.
She needs the 7, but the ace could be a stopper.
Again, she could represent the ace. If she does, and she does it right, the right size bet.
Check.
She's lost the initiative.
Well, Bronwyn's got a decision here. Is she better off betting, or is she better off checking and perhaps inducing a bluff? She can't really get called by anything that she beats.
I think she's going to bet to find out. Probably about 2 grand, 2.5 grand.
Bets 2000.
Yeah, this
So-
pot's pretty smoky, right?
Yeah, 2,000's a bet. Good bet that. Now she's going to find out. She knows if she gets called or it comes back to her, her opponent's got an ace. As it is, she hasn't. But the theory was bang on.
Pass.
Ainsworth gets away from the 7s, but was it too much too late? Not for Bronwyn, this Glaswegian. I think she has increased her chip lead and she's cracked the 10K mark.
Welcome back to the Ladbrokes Poker.com European Ladies Championship from here in the heart of London. Before we rejoin our feature table, let's hear from a couple of players who are out.
I got into poker a few years back. I've not played for a couple of years, had a couple of years break, and now I'm back trying to make a name for myself, but not going out like that were. So maybe next time, yeah.
Well, I was card dead all throughout the tournament. You know, it just didn't go my way. The most I got my chips up to at any stage was 5,300, and it was just a constant uphill battle after that. Couldn't do nothing right. I just did not get the cards. I got ace, king, raise with it, didn't hit a thing. Just didn't go my way.
I was drawing for a straight draw. I called it all in, and maybe I shouldn't have done that. I knew I shouldn't have done that. She got aces, and I'm busted me out.
The dream's over. In about the first 5 minutes, I was chip leader for about 5 minutes, and that was it. So after that, it was tricky. I was up against people that the women are much more experienced than me, and are really fantastic players. So it was just a real joy to play against them, actually.
Still 5 tables, Roy, but you can see those couple empty chairs around this room, and you know there's going to be some consolidation going on.
Pass.
Each empty seat, of course.
300.
And 5,000 chips
Call.
extra in the tournament.
Lizzie Cundy is limping into a pot.
Pass.
Oh dear. Lizzie Cundy is about to be raised.
Raise.
Spoils the party.
She's playing a good game, Lise, and the question is, Roy, is Lizzie going to get trapped in here for the raise? It's not a huge raise.
Pass.
I think a straight green chip, which is a grand.
Yeah, it's cheap enough. Now, essentially, neither player's got a hand apart from ace high right now. Big likelihood they're both going to miss. Or maybe not.
Cundy's going nowhere in this hand.
Check.
And Liz Miller quite simply has too much of it. And her opponent, absolutely none of it.
That's 1,500.
That's a big bet, Roy. That's about 60% of the pot.
Call.
Oh dear, this is suicide. This is slow and painful.
Has she just gotten a little bit stubborn here, Roy?
Oh, this is just, oh, dear, dear, dear. Now, if she called a bet on the flop,
Check.
that other queen can't have changed anything. If you think about it, if her thought process is right.
I think I'm going to have my leg up on the table.
I think now it's too late. It's too late. You've got to do it before.
I don't know. There's still a river to come.
True.
There's still a river to come.
I thought it was before the cards come out from that.
Roy, Lizzie's already stuck
Okay, I'll
2,500 in this pot. She's going all in!
There's no card in the deck which will help her.
2100.
She is going
one
home.
We haven't seen them yet, Lizzie. Come on.
No,
On a
she's
boxing.
in terrible trouble. She's drawn dead.
Absolutely, and that really was a rush of blood to the head.
Oh, had to risk it though.
Right, I can only think
Oh,
Lizzie
no.
saw the ace, and that's all she was looking
Yeah,
for.
quite sad. Happy girl. She's
I
enjoying
bet you
her
haven't got
poker.
any
and-
outs. I don't
well,
think there are any outs.
I know, don't. Bye, guys.
Unfortunately, I think she was just a little bit outclassed there.
I don't know what happened. I had a brainstorm. I just thought I was invincible. I felt she was bluffing, actually. She was looking a bit side to side with the old eyes, and I thought, she's bluffing. I'm going to try my luck here. And I had an ace, but you've got to be careful with an ace because you get a bit overconfident. And I went out. I can't believe it. I'm gutted.
No accident that the top 4 stacks here have big chips. They're all playing good, aggressive games.
Yeah, the gloves are really off now. Those short stacks are going to feel the pressure so much. We're soon going to be playing 200, 400, and when you've got 2,000 chips only, it's pretty much a case of all in or pass. And so we'll lose a lot of players very quickly now.
Take a trip up to the big smoke and play a little poker. Nice weekend out. And for Shelley Rubinstein, it's short stack stuff, and she's only got, oh, Roy, 7 big blinds.
Raise to 900.
It's not about the 900 she was thinking about. I think it's more about what she will do with the 1,800 left should she get asked the question. And I'm guessing she's just saving it for the flop, but mentally she's committed for the rest.
No. 60 is just the thing I've seen the most of today.
It'll be all about Jaqui Terry right now, though.
25 total.
2,500.
Shelley Rubinstein has had
Quite rather pass now.
Is there any way Shelley can get away from this hand?
I know I'm not winning. Ugh, so pretty. Fly away, my pretties. That was pretty.
Wow.
Those what? Come on, Jaqui, flip them. I've showed you enough hands today. No more showing.
That'll make Shelley feel pretty good.
Yeah, pretty much when a player says, I know that I'm losing,
I really didn't like getting
they then go on to call. So that was actually all the more impressive.
You can see them on the TV. No, I believe you. I believe you. Good. I think I believe you. You should. Yeah, you're right to.
She knows you're going to go.
pretty
You're
sure I have
likely
one of
to
your
go all in.
cards.
So it's not going to do it nothing. You're just under popular.
I know Shelley doesn't raise for nothing
Small
either.
bank in there.
1,700 in chips, but fly away, my pretty, she said. That is a heck of a thing to do with a king-queen on the short stack.
Right, let's try again. 1,700.
1,700.
Well, has Jaqui got her rhythm right? She can get some action here.
I think I'll leave it.
This could be interesting.
Break.
Bronwyn will be aware that this is the 3rd time on the trot that Jackie's raised. Well, you just can't think your 7s are losing, can you, Roy?
If that's the case, you should re-raise.
She's looking behind her. Nobody seems too interested. No way!
Inspired.
That was sublime.
Pass.
And, you know, Roy, that can only be a tell. Bronwyn plays a lot of poker. She must have seen something in Jaqui. She read her dry.
On the back of the last hand when she raised an ace jack and never did think about it thereafter.
She's your chip leader. Roy, talk about stack 'em up. Liv Boeree on about 23,000 at one of the side tables. 34 players left. Lines up to 2 and 4. That's over 10K more than the leader on the TV table, Bronwyn Campbell. And Liv Boeree is someone who will strike fear in the hearts of these ladies. She knows how to play tournament poker.
A graduate of the Gut Shot Poker Club in London. She has plenty of experience. I don't think she'll give up that big stack easily.
No, and she qualified her way into this tournament on a live free roll in Copenhagen. Bronwyn, though, definitely on the road to try and
Raise
catch
to
her
1,400.
with the 9 balls.
Pass.
Well, the last 2
Pass.
times I've blinds in a raise, I've had 10, 5 and 5 straight. It's even better this time. 5-2. Have
Please, Duffy. Proud, but not calling.
it was tempting. The powerhouse 5-2. I'll see.
Catfish pie, mio mai, and jambaleo. Liv Boeree in seat number 1, the new player. And this game is going to ratchet right on up, Roy. 23,600, chip leader in the whole tournament.
Still somewhere short of the 32,000 she'll need to get to the final table with an average stack. But at the end of the day, what more can you do other than get yourself a mighty chip advantage at this early stage?
Liv's poker career has been on an upward arc for a while, but here comes Shelley Rubinstein, and is she down in the dumps or what? Forced to stick all her chips in, and there ain't many of them.
Down to the felt, and I suspect she probably won't have much of a hand.
She won't need much of a hand. She just has the blinds to get through. Ay, ay, ay.
The computer hand, the Queen 7 suited. Oh dear.
Call.
Well, for the goth, this under the heading of Oi and Vey, she needs help and fast.
Got a monster. Queen 7. Oh,
I Queen Jack.
That's really, very reassuring.
Short stacked and desperate, blinds 200, 400. Shelley put her 1250 into the centre, and now she's going to need a lot of luck.
There's the 7, Roy.
That's the luck she needed. The 10 wouldn't be good, though.
King or 10 to send her spinning to the rail. Could it be her knight?
Hang on. A jack as well would make things very uncomfortable.
Oh, don't be mean.
She's not over the line yet. Look at those stats.
She's going to have to sell some rivers, though.
Yay!
And the blank's done it. Tell you what, Shelley spent, she's a scrappy player, Roy.
She's got a bit of luck there when she needed it, but she's still in a lot of trouble. Still very short stack now.
All in, 1300s.
No re-raise.
Re-raise.
All in from Cat Girl.
3,000.
What did she need to make this move? Well, it's a pretty strong hand, but the greens slashed in by Jaqui Terry mean more.
Good play by Jaqui Terry. A lot of inexperienced players would just call there, say big hand, pair of queens, call. By re-raising, she's going to isolate this pot. No one's going to get in for the initial bid and get lucky with a raggedy ace or a likes of a king 10. So good play by Jaqui Terry. And now she's going to be about 2-1 on favourite to avoid the ace of the Cat Girl.
Yeah, ace queen on the carpet here.
Yeah.
Ace queen. Ace pocket queens.
And for Salnikova, Roy, ever since she got to this TV table, 7,800, it's been a drain. See, Terry, the monster favorite.
Yeah, there you see. Basically a 2-1 shot, 33%, 67% along those lines. And she's picked up an out as well. A 10 would give her a straight, so an ace or a 10.
Bar the ace, bar the 10 for the baby bad. Anything else, Cat Girl gone down.
Ace or a 10, 7 cards in the deck.
Well, she came into this tournament in fine form with or without her cat suit. Anna Salnikova's out.
So Anna Salnikova heads away from the tournament empty-handed. Stay where you are, though, because after the break, the action keeps hotting up.
Yeah, it's probably.
It's a lovely jamboree. Liv Boeree on 23,600. And nobody else is even close, Roy. But it's all about your stack in relation to the blinds, not in relation to the others.
Indeed, and the average stack in this tournament is still not yet 10,000. So, you know, it's a waiting game. If you can stay around average, the overall average, not the table, within the tournament, then you can't go too far wrong.
New player on the table. There's a hole in the bucket. Liza Burnett has filled the seat. Mainstay in this tournament. This is her third time playing in the European Ladies Championship. And Roy, I know she was a bit disappointed at the way she went out the last couple of years. Felt she didn't really gamble when she had to. She's got 7,000 chips here.
Well, 12 months on, she could be a bit more experienced and a bit more aggressive. One thing about poker, you really never stop learning in this game. The trouble is you do tend to forget what you learnt, if that makes any kind of sense.
I think with Liza, it might have been a case of just being a bit nervous on the TV table. She looks very comfortable in her skin here tonight.
Good to go, man.
And maybe she's ready to go. She's starting the big blind here. So every time we lose a player, the seat gets filled. Cat girl. Now come Liza Burnett. What do you think the dynamics are of this table now? I mean, it's all moving through Liv Boeree, isn't it?
Shelley Rubinstein is the shortest stack at the table, and basically she's down to all in poker. So the dynamic is how often, how quickly, and in what position can she get her chips in.
4+8 from Jaqui Terry.
Oh
and,
dear.
Well, Bronwyn has gotten off of big hands to the Jaqui Terry raise. What does she see now? She's been reading her spot on.
On several occasions, Jaqui Terry has raised a pot, and Bronwyn Campbell's made a biggish pass.
Call.
This time, there's no pass involved in the equation, but only a call.
No way!
Oh, chip leader can't believe her luck.
And with the raise, with the call, with the kings, with the chips, is there anything but a re-raise?
It can only be a re-raise.
Re-raise. Yeah. 3,300.
It's about 2,100
Plus.
more, Roy, and I feel
Plus.
a big problem coming on for Bronwyn Campbell.
Yeah, more so than Jaqui Terry. Yeah, Bronwyn Campbell.
I don't want to lay this down.
We think she's got a big hand well disguised here.
2,100 more.
And it's cheap enough for her to call. But I think she might consider the all-in manoeuvre with her tens, thinking they're good.
It's just a question of how she wants to play this tournament. She knows she's going to have to sort out Liv Boeree sooner or later. Is this the time, Roy? Liv just recently came to the table, but she's been aggressive, Roy.
So difficult to pass a pair of tens. So difficult, nigh impossible.
Especially if you think someone's on the move. And there's so many things Liv could be doing this with that aren't two kings. Wow.
Incredible. Incredible.
That's a lady who plays cash games, who plays tournaments. Liv Boeree may have taken that pop, but Bronwyn has won a battle there, hasn't she?
Oh, that was the outstanding play, wasn't it? Very few players could pass a pair of tens in that situation. Let's not forget she called a raise with them, so that made her look semi-weak, and then she was raised, and now she's got to believe I've got the advantage. I'm the one that looks weak, but is actually strong. Net result, the best hand won, but that was a world-class pass.
Jams of Boeree.
Fantastic.
It's all going well for her now, Roy.
Well, kings and queens already during her short stint at this televised table.
I get the feeling that Liv is in a spot that she's been in before. Though chip leader in a multi-table tournament, though this is big money. $100,000 on offer, of course. At some point the pressure will kick in, won't it?
Pass.
It's quite a big buy, and it's £5 grand. It's fine.
Pass. Pass. Raise.
Well, Bronwyn's small chips
1,600.
have gone, most of them, to Liv Boeree.
Certainly been on the back foot of late,
Pass.
Bronwyn Campbell.
She did not want to get re-raised there.
Re-raise all in.
And every time Bronwyn puts chips in the pot, they're sticking it back up.
And Shelley Rubinstein's got about 4,200 odd chips at the start of this hand.
Okay, it's
The shortest stack at the table.
2,600 more. Do you think Bronwyn might just make a steamy call?
Well, she's made some fantastic passes. You couldn't blame her for making a steamy call.
A little bit better.
She's got Shelley Rubinstein well and truly covered on chips.
I mean, Roy, button against big blind.
26.
Shelley
you
short
could easily,
stacked.
you know, make this call. Firmly expecting to see an ace-10 or an ace-jack or something around that mark turned over. It's 16-1 against to be dealt a pair. You know, that's some indication that she's made the move with a pair of fives. There's two players behind her, and she's woken up with someone with a 16-1 shot.
Absolutely right, Roy. No escape there for Bronwyn, although the fives lurk in the deck. But Shelley, what a spot to get back in this tournament. She was like an afterthought.